Morning all, from a stunning Danish morning. I think the forecast later may get to 29 degrees, so it's gone from me wearing yesterday thermals to basically my most summery gear. So linen shirt, I've got my summer gloves out, all of my thermals are packed away now. It's just going to get hotter and hotter. And what an amazing day to wake up. I feel so ridiculously lucky to be able to travel through Europe like this. It's a dream. It's just been amazing. This is the 8th country now, Denmark, that I've gone through. 8. Trip update. 3,920 miles covered. So within about 2 hours, I'll be at that huge 4,000 mile mark. Bonneville's on 55,965 miles, so it's coming up to 56,000. I've got 950 kilometers, so about 550 miles or so left to get to the French port of Calais, and that's where I'll get to get the ferry back over to England. So by today, I'll probably be within a couple of hours of Calais. I think I'm just 2 days away from home now. I really need to soak it in these last 2 days because it's been amazing every single day. Just love it so much. So now I'm going to go and grab a coffee. I stayed in a place that wasn't really picturesque today, so I didn't do much filming because you won't see here, but right in front of me are just, cars parked up. I'm basically in a car park. It's a big weekend apparently for the Danes. This is when they all head off on holiday and go to warmer climates. Although that's not really needed because it's so nice now. So I'm going to go and loiter around this service station, grab a coffee, and soak in every one of these absolutely magical moments. I think those two cars are going on something called a garbage run. Last year, England and Wales, and I think it may be Romania this year. See, there's always stuff to see in a service station, always, and the Danes are wacky characters. God, I love them. I haven't spent enough time in Denmark, but I'll be back, I think, to Copenhagen with Nordkapp because I really like the vibe in Denmark. Travel yesterday, I completely forgot to say this. The 2 bridges to get across Denmark. First one, £30. Second one was £18. So that's £48 to cross. So I would have spent close to £500 getting the ferry from Oslo to Germany. This is a much more cost-effective way, but that ferry, cruise ship I should say, that's a really fun experience as well. So they both have the positives and negatives. I would definitely do the cruise ship again, but if you're on a tighter budget, it's perfectly easy. Just go across Denmark and up that way as well. Right, I need to wake myself up, so I have a coffee, chill out, head off in about 40 minutes. I asked one of those 2 cars where they're heading off to on their, I think they call it rubbish rally. And it's off to Poland next, but they had a list of different countries they've already done and the different rallies they've completed in those cars. I love simple cars like that. Cheap old cars that people think have come to the end of their life, but they've got so much still to offer. I love it. It's a shame. My front left suspension, or right, whatever way you look at it, this one has started leaking very badly and it's come all the way down here, the oil. That side's fine. Nothing I can do about it obviously, but I guess the seal has completely failed. Look at this. I just noticed it now while pulling up. You can see all of the extra oil that shouldn't be there, and then it's gone all the way down to this point here. It's just seeping out. Nothing I can do about it. So, well, I was about to say I'll keep an eye on it. Even keeping an eye on it, it's not like that's going to do anything. It'll be fine. It's been a while since I've had a leaking shock like that, and I've forgotten kind of how it feels. So it will be interesting to see if it affects the handling too much, but it's going to be fine. I still can't get fully back on my dehydrated meals. I've had one, a specific one I can eat, but I think I've just overdosed on the rest of them. So bread, hummus, salad, tomato, and a banana. That will be my breakfast. It's so nice having the weather like this. It's turning into a proper scorcher. So because I've lost 2 caps, this is now my headgear. You know, when you're on the last few days of a road trip and you know it's coming to an end, just everything seems 50% more amazing because you know it's coming to an end. Just something like a simple tree. That's the most amazing tree I've ever seen in my life. And look at the weather, it's glorious, even if it's just quite average. Just everything seems more incredible. The senses are even more heightened because you start thinking about all the amazing memories that you've had during the trip and knowing that it will end soon, and you just soak it in. I always find the last day or two is almost reminiscing about all of the great memories of the trip, and this time is no different at all. You know, you're riding along the motorway just with all of your thoughts thinking about the amazing things that you've seen. It's lovely. I really like it. I like the last 1 or 2 days of a trip just for some nice quiet reflection in my helmet, on the bike, along the motorway. Found a spot in Netherlands. So today I did Denmark, Germany, now I'm in the Netherlands. I've still got Belgium and France to get through. I booked a ferry for 9:30 in the morning. And that means I'm gonna have to be there at 8, and I've still got 3 hours riding. So that is, God, that's 5 o'clock. I'd probably have to leave here. Not the most sensible thing. Incredibly kind. There's a lovely Polish lorry driver who was helping me pick a spot as soon as I arrived. He came over and started helping. His English is a bit like my Polish, quite close to non-existent, but he's smiling away watching as I film this, and he could not be friendlier. I was also at a Lidl about 2 hours ago in Germany, and an old Volvo pulls up, one of those old boxy estates. 5 people get out, they go inside and they buy lots of meat and beer and stuff like that for barbecue, and then they head off, and then they actually come back specifically to ask if I'd like to join them for a barbecue, which is just incredibly kind of them. I couldn't take them up on the offer because I have 4.5 hours, so I had 4.5 hours worth of riding to do, but it's always extra nice when someone, you know, the kindness of a stranger, to offer something like that to someone you don't know, incredibly kind of them. I've got some treats today. Olives, tortellini, passata. Gonna cook myself up a special meal. I still can't have the dehydrated meals, so I'll get cooking with that. 9:45 now, about another half an hour of daylight with the truckers, just as I like it. Final night. He's actually from Kyrgyzstan, the lorry driver, so he's just going to get his cap. I'm going to show him my routes. I've had so many nice offers. I will offer him some of my pasta as well, see if he wants any of it. Could not be friendlier. Okay, I'll shut up now. About distances. That gentleman from Kyrgyzstan, he's heading back now, back home to Kyrgyzstan in his lorry, and he showed me on a map, Google Maps, it's 79 hours and 7,000 kilometers. That's 79 hours without stopping, so what's that going to be? It's going to be about 3 weeks. 3 weeks to get home, something like that. 7,000 kilometers one way. So that's absolute minimum, because he's already done some distances. 7, 14, it's got to be 16,000 kilometer round trip. And to have that big a smile on his face at the end of the day as he does, I see the appeal of being an international lorry driver on the road. That is some journey, though. That is absolutely full to the brim. But anything to try something different, so I have to just keep it simmering enough until it boils over. Or in case it boils over, it should be just about okay. So that, salad, olives, get the passata. .20 a.m. So insanely stupid of me booking such an early ferry. I literally saved £5 by getting this early ferry. So I valued a good night's sleep at £5. So stupid. I don't know why I booked it so early. Never mind. I'm up now. I had such a good sleep as well. I fell asleep within 2 minutes. I was even too lazy to do the inflatable mattress, but I still fell asleep within 5 minutes. stop feeling like a vegetable. So coffee and a croissant. 5 minutes chill down the coffee, and then 1 hour. I think 1 hour and 5 minutes left, and I'll be flying with the car. It's almost falling asleep just like that for the past hour. Plus, it's still quite cold as well, so shivering and tired. So hopefully a nice warm coffee sorts me out.